Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Please sing with me. Happy birthday, dear David, Kim, Dabit. Happy birthday to you.
이렇게 예뻐야 하는지 하나하나 귀여운 게 눈을 잡아 집중이 안 가 발걸음을 맞추며 걸어가 그 커피숍까지 나도 모르게 따라가 왜 이런지는 몰라 바람이 부는지 난
네, 안녕하세요. 다빗입니다. Hello everyone at Soompi. I'm Dabit. Hello everyone. Once again, my name is Dabit, and I am a singer-songwriter who's going to be debuting on December 5th. My title track is Whoo Whoo Whoo, and actually, the thing is, I've actually been a member of Soompi ever since like way back when I was in middle school. So yeah, I have a long history with Soompi as well. So it's really meaningful to me that I get to actually, you know, have an interview back here, at the Soompi studio. So I'm really happy to do this. Yeah, actually, I met Corey last weekend, the leader of 24K, and actually two of the other members as well. I stay in contact with them every so often. But yes, actually, three of the original members, I was training with them for about a year. So actually, I'm very close with them. Actually, what made me start was it was probably when I was around in elementary school. I had a habit of, when I was home alone, I'd actually climb onto the counter and I would actually record my voice on the phone to try to, listen to how my voice sounded like. Of course, I was like very appalled at that time with my voice, but I think it basically started there, and that's when I started recording, and I moved on to, a cheap mic on the computer, and then so on. So probably starting from when I was very young. The songwriting process is basically, I like to think of it as inspiration usually comes to me. I don't just like randomly pull subjects, out of my head. It's usually when I'm in the mood, very sporadic at times. Something just comes up in my mind, like a melody or, a lyric that really keeps repeating in my head, and I use that as like a motif, and I start writing from there. And yeah, but in general, I guess inspiration would come, lyrics and that kind of stuff usually comes either from my life or from friends that I know. I have many inspirations. Once again, a lot of my friends are part of my inspiration. Like when I write songs, I'll draw things from my life, but it always helps when my friends also are kind of going through the same thing. So yeah, I think that's what really gets me motivated for writing. Starts off with me, and then I see it in others as well, like a pattern through friends, and yeah, that's how it is. I think the best thing is basically that I have a complete artistic creativity and artistic freedom over how I want to write the song, how I want to produce the song. So that really gives me a lot of flexibility and a lot to work with. Basically, I have a huge plate and I can fill it with whatever I want. So that's always really fun to do. At the same time, I think that can be a worst as well, because basically, it all depends. Since I wrote the song myself, I have no one to blame but myself if the song doesn't, do too well, or if people don't receive it as well. But yeah, in that sense, it's very nerve-wracking. So I think that's one negative side, and yeah. I think I would like to be known for making an impact in someone's life. I think there's nothing greater than actually, whether if my music touches someone, that's one of the greatest gifts. I feel like, that's when I actually feel like a musician, and that's when I feel like, I'm doing something that's worthwhile. When it's not just about me, but it's actually about the other people who are listening to my music and cheering me on as a person. So when I, just having that kind of impact and control on someone's life, I think influence and all, I think that's such an amazing thing. In 5 years, I would like to be thinking that I would have found my place, in the market as a musician. And I see myself basically writing songs. At that point, maybe even writing songs for others. Right now, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm writing songs for myself mostly, but I think I definitely do want to start working with other people as well, collaborations and yeah, stuff like that. So probably working on a lot of projects with people. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, that's a really hard question, but there are actually so many people that I respect, but in K-pop, I would probably say I'm just gonna name two. First one being Pisong, just because he was my first role model, I think, in general in music. Just because he had so much. He was actually the first album that I actually ever received, and just listening to him kind of really calmed me down because he has so much soul and depth in his voice. And I think that's what really got me hyped about singing, and kind of got me kind of wanting more in music, wanting more in singing, trying to constantly be like him, and trying to make myself a better soul singer, in general. And another person whom I really respect is Baekji, the ballad singer, and I really respect her because I feel like as an artist, it's one's it's not just through like, of course we get a lot of those cliche lovey stuff, but I think whenever you're able to show your life through your music, I think that's what a true artist is. And Baekji, whether it's been through her good times or her bad times, I feel like she's really been able to portray her life, her perseverance, and just her charisma as a person through her music. And I really admire that, and I think that's one thing that I'm aiming to do in my career as well, is basically to tell my life story through my music. Thank you so much for having me, Soompi. I really enjoyed my interview here, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon again.
Soompi 최고!